نحمده ونصلي ونسلم على رسوله الكريم أما بعد. There's no recommendation from Sharia about how much to drink in a day, and the wisdom behind this is that it is different for each individual and different for a group of people. It is also different for people of a different area, so you cannot generalize it. And unfortunately, in the past, people used to generalize it that for a healthy person, there should be this much fluid they should drink. Now, if the person has kidney failure or heart failure or liver failure, for them to drink that much is counterproductive. Productive, rather, it is harmful. So there's no one side that fits all. There's no such thing. In medicine, in our day-to-day muamalat, one has to have a tailor-made prescription for each individual. But their general advices: healthy eating, healthy drinking, enough sleep. To say that one has to sleep that many hours is all based on the studies which would deal with, say, few thousand people. Now you are extrapolating that data for billions of people, and that has got some benefit in it, obviously, because that's the best we can do. That's the most robust way of assessing and taking a sample and hoping that would be the true representation of the whole humanity or whole mankind. But obviously, practically, we know it doesn't work like that. There are many situations where things would not be useful. There are certain people who only sleep 4 hours a day for many, many years, and they're fine with that. There are certain who sleep more than 12 hours or 8 hours. Even then, they are not refreshed and they still feel that they can't function properly. So it's a lot to do with the habit, with the way they eat and drink, with their lifestyle, with the pattern of work, with the stress and the lack of it, hopefully, of each individual. So there are many things that we need to take into consideration. There are many, many factors that will play a role here. So how much one should drink? There's no clear cutoff. Even in medicine, you do not know. No one knows. It's trial and error. It's generally what we feel. Is the experience based. Obviously, there are some studies done, but again, you cannot have clear-cut answers. The general advice for someone who has got heart problems or they have problem with fluid retention to drink up to a liter and a half. Other people, if it's very hot, 2 liters, even 3 liters these days, for example. But there is no clear cutoff as such. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam would suggest us to drink as and when needed. What Sharia, I feel, dictates is that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us all the thermostats, all the sensors in our brain that would dictate how much to drink and how much not to eat. When we have our heart and mind functioning properly, behaving normally, and that is why you do not find these troubles, these issues of overeating or undereating, overhydration or underhydration in animals, because they just follow the instinct. We have corrupted our instincts, our nature, our fitra, whereby we eat when we feel like eating, not when we need it. How much? If the food is tasty, I would continue. If I don't like it, maybe just a little bit. There are very few occasions when we actually eat what we crave for and we know that this is what is needed. It's more our heart than our mind which decides on what and how much and at what time to eat or drink. So obviously, when we do that, it's all like, uh, the situation is such that we are dying in the West of overeating rather than undereating. And there is a big population in the world which is underserved and they are dying of starvation. So it's complete imbalance. And that is to do with our fitra, our nature, a bestial self, not following the innate fitrah, the nature that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us, rather following our whims and desires. But that's a very, general overview. Obviously, there are many other factors as well that play a significant role in this. So, yes, there is no clear cutoff for how much to drink for each individual, and it shouldn't be. As I said, people are different, and everyone has different way of dealing with things. Even 2 liters minimum from medicine is not clear cut, is not absolute. But yes, one should try and drink good 2 to 3 liters of fluid in a day on average. If they haven't got any heart or lung condition, Sharia wouldn't dictate, because Sharia is for everyone, for all times, until the end of time. And that is why, and this is one of the signs that it is from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, divinely inspired to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Had it been other than that, na'udhu billah, then you would find a specific prescription, and many people would fail on that, and it would become a mockery. So keeping these things to the people of the time, to the medical professionals, to the experts in the area to decide and advise people. So anyway, the simple answer is that no, there's no cutoff. Your body decides. You feel like drinking how much. Your physician can explain to you how much to drink, and you can Google here and there and do whatever. But there's no clear-cut guideline from Sharia or even from medical point of view. These are all advices from people's own small studies or their experience. And they're all fine, mashallah. There's no harm in having extra fluid. The bottom line is you should be able to feel good, not dehydrated, not dry. Now we have a lot of artificial food, artificial medicine, extra chemicals that would all dry up, make us feel thirsty for reasons and for no reason. Sometimes it's just the side effect of the medicine itself due to excessive salt of some sort. So anyway, there's a lot more information that one needs to have before one can decide on how much to drink. Inshallah ta'ala, generally, good 2 to 3 liters for individual is good.